find my way through all this confusion. Is this all real life or just an illusion? Stumbling inside this maze, sucked up in the darker days. Everything's new. Hope it all works out okay. There's nothing left to do. Let my heart just guide the way. Stay back next to you. Well, I don't mind rocking new sensations. About intimidation. But don't get me out of here. Find the one to take me there. Just take deep breaths and don't be scared. Love will help us through.
It seemed like I had spent an eternity in hell. Once you're dead, you don't have clocks or the sleep and wake cycle to keep track of time. Things seem to stretch on forever. In actuality, I had barely been here 6 months. I was just an ordinary guy living in Japan. I was an artist, much to the dismay of my parents, but hey, I was sort of a rebel. My parents, despite their enormous disapproval, still helped me go through a prestigious art program. I had graduated and was looking for work, with little success. My parents never missed an opportunity to let me know how I could have been a neurosurgeon like my mom or a mechanical engineer like my dad. So, not to give too much personal information, but I loved drawing porn. Specifically, anime porn. I was pretty good at it. Unfortunately, that's a smaller market than the rest of the anime and manga world, so I wasn't optimistic about my chances at getting a job. Then, one day, I got a job. I went through the first round interview, then the second, then the third, and finally got hired at a small startup called Frigid Delights, specializing in my own little specialty. I was thrilled, let me tell you. I was so thrilled, I was happily crossing the street, on my phone, texting my parents, lost in thought. Yeah, not the best idea. I got turned into asphalt pancake by a school bus. Apparently, my death was over pretty quickly, because there was a period of darkness. Then, my soul got sucked out of my body and raced down to hell. I was kinda disoriented, since it was my first time dying. As I approached the imposing gates of hell, I worried that an eternity of damnation and torment awaited me. Needless to say, my worries were for nothing. Hell wasn't all that bad of a place. It certainly was boring. A bleak plane of existence with mostly gray and muted colors. No real torture, other than boredom. The torture appeared to be heaven's propaganda. A lot of unfinished rock work added a spooky and cavernous atmosphere, but there wasn't really much to be afraid of, other than Lucifer. Lucifer spent most of his time brooding and plotting in his throne room alone. Hell's denizens saw him infrequently at best. Fallen angels and dead humans spent their time telling each other stories of their time in heaven or on earth. Those stories had been repeated hundreds, sometimes thousands of times, depending on how long the demons or humans had been in hell. I had died at the ripe old age of 24, so I didn't have a lot of stories to tell. And the stories I did have to tell were boring. In short, my life was boring, and my afterlife is boring. With souls constantly pouring into hell, scribe demons grumbled 24/7 about their workload, registering people into Hell's database. Their bitter grunts were entertaining to listen to, but that got old. Sometimes, Hell's denizens would shake off their melancholy and have dances reminiscent of the time periods they were alive. Lucifer's hype man, Judas, tries to keep Hell entertaining by having karaoke events or scavenger hunts. But the real thing to look forward to was when Lucifer needed to choose a new deadly sin. Deadly sins are pretty interesting. Lucifer places deadly sins all over the world. They're basically just human incarnations of a specific sin. They're good at spreading. Lucifer decides when a new one is needed, or if one died and needs to be replaced. He would either have Judas hold a lottery to select the lucky deceased, or choose it himself in rare instances. After someone was chosen, Lucifer would craft them a physical body and send them back to the mortal world, wherever he determined they'd best serve. I didn't know it at the time, but there's several deadly sins, the world over. Lucifer follows some unknown set of restrictions, so he doesn't just flood the world with Hell's former denizens. The reward for serving as a deadly sin was demonhood. I'm not sure what makes being a demon so great, but a lot of people spoke reverently of the opportunity. Must be good if so many people want it, right? Just like pizza. Anyway, like I said, I've been here for 6 months. I met a few interesting people, among the billions of people here. Yes, billions. Turns out, heaven is extremely discriminating in who they allow up there. Speaking of interesting, here comes Chester. Chester was a roaring 20s all-American guy. Loves to talk about his dame and how much he had to live for, when his life was tragically cut short by a burst appendix. Things happen.
Gosuke! Good to see ya.
Hey, Chester.
So I'm really helping this time. Maybe I'll be selected this time, and I'll get to see Brooklyn again.
If you're chosen, and if you get sent to Brooklyn at all.
I'm certain Lucifer would allow it if I served well. I'm certain of it.
Maybe. Do we have any idea on when Lucy will choose his new pet?
Oh, my stars! Lucy? You know Lucifer can hear everything here if he wants. You need to be more respectful, Gosuke. Lucifer's given us a new lease on life every time he needs a new deadly sin.
Potential new lease on life. And that chance gets smaller and smaller every day with more souls pouring into hell.
I understand that, but as long as Earth exists, I gotta be chosen eventually, right? Gotta keep hope alive.
I'm not holding my breath. Many of Hell's denizens have been here for millennia and have never been chosen. Just something for everyone to get excited over and then grumble about for a few months.
Shush! Your mouth! Look, Lucifer and Judas have arrived.
Hell! Oh, everyone! Jeez, tough crowd. Who died in here?
Get off the stage.
So, you've all heard the rumors, and I'm here to confirm them for you. Lucifer has need of a new deadly sin of lust. What an opportunity! Lust has been a cornerstone of the deadly sins. I mean, who doesn't like a little hanky-panky no matter where you are in life? Am I right? Yeah, am I right? Yes, lust! Imagine it! A sexual tyrannosaurus! A god of all things carnal! Ooh, I'm half wrecked just thinking about it! Oh, God! Whew, just kidding. Or am I? Okay, and with this glorious opportunity comes new benefits. You'll get a fantastic ability to seduce people. It will even help you seduce people who don't want to be seduced. There will be so much seducing. Wow. You could even seduce me if you want. I joke. Knock it off, you perverts. So, in traditional fashion, we've come up with 3 final contenders. Who among these 3 will be reincarnated as lust? A ravenously sexual beast? An insatiable harpy? A domineering force of every bodily pleasure? We'll start off by naming our first contender. Ashley Princeton! Give it up for Ashley! That's right, Ashley, come on down! You've got just minutes to give a speech about why you should be lust. Be convincing, be demure. Show a little cleavage if you want. Show us lust!
Hi, everyone. Oh my gosh, I'm just so honored to be here. Like with Lucifer and Judas. Love you, Judas. And whoa, what an opportunity. I mean, I am totally down to be lust. Let me just tell you that straight out. When I was alive, I was a slut. A big slut. Like, wow. You know how those sorority girls get? I guess that's all I really have to say. I'm so honored for this opportunity.
Ashley, thank you. Give it up for Ashley, everyone. Next up, what's this? I can barely read the name. Just kidding. Have to keep you on your toes. Father Carlson, why don't you step on up and give us a good speech on why you have a burning desire to be the next lust?
Well, I guess I'd be a good candidate because I had a ton of experience with it when I was alive. You know, the whole celibacy thing, it gets hard.
My oh my, I can only imagine how hard it was. Ooh, wowee, what a lineup we've got here. Our last and final contender has a couple huge acts to follow. Kosuke Arai, come on up here and tell us why you're so intent on being lust.
So, I guess I'd be a good candidate because I used to draw a lot of porn secretly, so I've got that hidden lust thing going on. I'm pretty good at it, too.
Whoa! A stunning revelation! An innocent-looking guy like Kosuke up here filling his school binders full of naughty, salacious drawings. Truly magnificent. Now, Lucifer and I will take a moment to talk and decide on a winner then.
I have chosen Kosuke.
Oh, I mean, we've already chosen Kosuke as the obvious choice. Off the stage, Ashley. Father Carlson, you too. Out. Out! Let's hear it for our new deadly sin of lust, Kosuke Arai! All right, Kosuke, we've got a few things to go over. You're going to be the new deadly sin of lust, overseeing Sin City. Las Vegas. What happens there stays there. Truly not a place for a novice. But I'm sure you have things well in hand.
Right.
Okay, so when you become a deadly sin, Lucifer gives you a teensy little test, just to make sure you're going to be able to handle whatever your new life throws at you. Your test is going to be seducing all 6 of the other local deadly sins. You got to get them to love you. And it has to be done within 2 months. 2! No more, no less. I guess less if you can manage it.
What? Love? How am I supposed to get one person to love me in 2 months? Much less 6.
Don't be such a worrywart. You'll figure it out, big strapping guy that you are. Now first, your new power. You activate this power by inclining your neck and thinking dirty thoughts about the person you're trying to seduce. Woo! Whew, go on, give it a try. Think something naughty about me. You'll get the hang of it, I'm sure. Not a bad first attempt. I think I felt a tingle in my loins. Woo! Okay, second. You have this handy-dandy Hell Watch. It's my own creation, and it helps you find where the deadly sin you're trying to pursue is. Just whisper to it, and it will activate. Cool, fashionable, and serviceable.
Cool.
Lastly, you're given the latest model hell phone. That's what I call it anyway, cause I'm clever. The hell phone operate anywhere with any service. I originally made the area code 666, but that seems so on the nose. Now it's 696, because you're lost. So just make sure you give the area code to any of your potential sexcapades, and they'll be able to get a hold of you.
This is a lot to take in so suddenly.
Lastly, your body is due for retrieval if you fail to seduce anyone. Nothing you do will be considered private at any time, and Lucifer and or I are more than within our right to check in on you at any time to see your progress. If at the end of 2 months you haven't accomplished Lucifer's test, you will be recalled to hell and a new deadly sin nominated in your stead. You are not able to tell anyone that you are trying to seduce that you are a deadly sin until after they have decided they love you of their own free will, void where prohibited. Any questions?
My body? Retrieval? What?
Oh, don't worry about that. We'll cross that bridge when we burn it.
Enough talking, Judas. I am constructing his body now. Serve well, and be rewarded.
I love this part!
Jesus!
Don't you use that language in front of Lucifer!
Oh, Las Vegas. I need clothes before I do anything. People are staring. Excuse me, ma'am. I appear to have lost my clothes. And wallet. Can I borrow some clothing?
Oh my, I suppose, but you will have to return and pay for them.
Thank you.
Follow me.
Thank you for your generosity. Is there anything I can do to repay you until I can find my wallet?
I feel like I should be paying you after that free strip show. Here, you obviously need some cab fare, so here's $10. Just come back and pay for the stuff and we'll be good.
I definitely will. I suppose luck smiled on me to have such an attractive lady cross my path.
Oh my, you're quite the charmer.
Hey. I'm just being honest. But thank you again. I'll be going now. Let's see. I have to gain the current sin's approval. I am now the incarnation of lust. I am in Las Vegas, and I have no resources but this hell phone and watch that shows me where the sins are. I suppose I should decide which sin to pursue first. Let's see. I'm looking for a Dmitri Kanin. My hell equipment tells me he's at the Lotus Casino, in the Penthouse Suite. Must do well for himself. No time like the present to head over there. My watch says Lotus Casino is about 3 minutes from here. Convenient. I arrive at the Lotus Casino, a luxurious modern casino with a deceptively soft exterior. Lotus Casino is set far back from the main Las Vegas Strip, giving it an alluring exclusivity. It seemed like I had spent an eternity. Excuse me. I'm looking for a Dmitri Kanin. My watch says I arrive at the Lotus Casino. The casino is lit by a gentle purple and silver color scheme. Massive incense burners line the pathway to the casino, and a pleasant smell of wood and lavender wafts softly from them. I walk inside, and the doorman nods to me. It is much less crowded inside. Maybe that's due to the price? I notice immediately that the people here are younger than the average age you would see at a casino normally. Young tech geeks with their ironic beards. College-age entrepreneurs? I wonder what's going on to attract these people here. My watch and hell phone showed me Dmitri is also very young. Or at least looks very young. He certainly wouldn't stick out here. How should I try to find him? I walk up to the front desk, and a smartly dressed woman greets me.
Hello, are you checking in?
No, I'm here looking for someone. His name is Dmitri Kanin.
I see. You must be here for the conference.
Conference?
Yes, Dmitri is here for 3 more days giving a presentation on a new craze. Cryptocurrencies. I believe they are called.
Yes. Yes, I am here for the conference. Is he giving a presentation today?
Unfortunately, I believe he is wrapping up his presentation for the day. If you go onto our grand ballroom, you may be able to sit in on his question and answer session.
Great. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, sir.
The casino has illuminated signs hanging from the ceiling. Let's see, table games, pool, grand ballroom. I wonder what sloth is like. Lazy, probably. How do you seduce laziness? Hey there, I like doing nothing too. I pass a blackjack table, and I double take the minimum bet, $50. This casino is truly a place for the privileged in life. How did sloth become rich if he's the deadly sin of sloth? Seems counterintuitive. I continue to follow signs to the grand ballroom. I pass several smaller conference rooms on the way until I see a handmade sign directing people inside the grand ballroom. Litcoin International Conference. Don't mind me, I'll just head in. I get a couple curious looks from the people at the door, but I do my best to act like I'm supposed to be here. I'm Lust. Of course I'm supposed to be here. I take a seat in back. There's a young man on stage giving a lecture on stuff I don't understand. Everyone in the conference seems fixated on his every word. The speaker is short, and he's wearing pajamas? And a bathrobe? Odd.
Again, I cannot emphasize enough that Litcoin is the currency of the future. I will now take a few questions before ending today's presentation. Please raise hands and an assistant will run a microphone to you.
I have the sneaking suspicion the speaker is Mr. Sloth. His clothing somewhat gives him away. He's pretty good at public speaking. He seems to really know what he's talking about. He's not bad looking either. He has that cute boy next door kind of charm. Not bad. Not bad.
Yes, you in the black jacket. Give our assistant just a second to run you the microphone. All right, what is your question?
First of all, I want to thank you, Dimitri, for coming and giving an awesome presentation. I'm honored to be here at the start of such large and massive opportunities.
So it is Sloth. That's good to know.
My question is, how will Litcoin move forward as an international currency if major first world nations continue to place restrictions on the purchase and trading of it?
A good question. The simple fact of the matter is... excuse me. The simple fact of the matter is everything in the world is becoming more digitized, more secure. Governments may be able to stall the progress, that is true. But whether through adoption or simply the slow march of time, Litcoin will become a major player as its own respected currency. Nations will have no choice but to accept new technology as necessary, rather than an option. It is inevitable. Thank you for the question. Next. Yes, you, in the blue hat.
Thank you. My question revolves around security. There have been some large security breaches where people have lost vast sums of money. How can you assure people this is a rare occasion, and what precautions should they take?
Another good question. The answer has two parts. One, the large security breaches are usually done internally. An independent website that allows trading of cryptocurrencies can overlook many security threats despite taking precautions. I recommend that you trade only on litcoins.com, as I myself have personally guaranteed the security of trades and accounts. Second, caution should be taken whenever you decide to put money in any investment, cryptocurrency or otherwise. Cryptocurrency is a new movement that is receiving backlash from established banks and governments. Obviously, they do not like their power structure being threatened. Because of this uncertainty and the power struggle inherent in any new technology, I advise people that are worried about their finances to not invest. If you believe in the vision and are okay with potentially losing your investment, then I advise you to do so. I believe there is a great chance of profit, but I am no fortune teller. Only invest if you are able. Do not view cryptocurrency as a certainty. All right, one last question. Let us hear from a lady this time. Does any lady present have a question? Yes, you, lady in the red sweater.
Thank you. My question is not pertaining to Litcoin at all. My question is simply, are you single?
I am indeed single. Unfortunately, I trade on the opposite currency, if you get my meaning.
Aw, that's all right. I'll set you up with my best friend if you're interested.
Thank you for the concern. I appreciate all the questions. I will see you all back here tomorrow for our discussion on small business cryptocurrency adoption and how it will affect our movement. That is all for today. Thank you all for attending. Let's all get some rest.
Sloth gets up and is immediately flanked by a few security guards. I have to talk to him. What should I do? I watch as Sloth walks out, escorted by a security guard, and people start filtering out of the auditorium. I sit in the back row, pondering the tail end of the presentation and the questions people asked. Cryptocurrency? Litcoins? I have very vague ideas of what these things are. New technology has never been at the forefront of my mind. I guess I can take some time tonight to research it, and then talk intelligently about it with him tomorrow. That sounds like a good plan. I mentally congratulate myself on not rushing into anything. Someone intelligent, like Sloth appears to be, won't be taken in by enthusiasm. Only an actual knowledge of what they're interested in. I'll just get a room here and do some research until tomorrow. I lay on the plush bed, thinking about Sloth. I should take this time to investigate cryptocurrency and how he's related to it. I search for cryptocurrency news. One of the first articles to pop up is an article about Dimitri. He's in Las Vegas giving a presentation on the Litcoin cryptocurrency specifically. The article even has his itinerary for his presentation. I'm in luck. It seems Dimitri gave a speech about the opportunity Litcoin presents to nations in terms of security, growth potential, and convenience. Tomorrow, he's giving a speech about the appeal of cryptocurrencies for small business transactions. Wow, Dimitri is well spoken. I feel suddenly very anxious about talking with him tomorrow. What if I don't know the answers to his questions? I lay back on the pillow and consider things. What should I do? I think I've studied enough for tonight. I should have a passable knowledge to get my foot in the door with Sloth. I lay my head back on the pillow and rest my eyes. The next thing I know, it's morning. I wake up, yawn, and stretch. It's already past 3 p.m. I didn't set an alarm because Sloth's presentation would be happening now. No need to go listen to a presentation after all my research last night. I have time for a shower, and then I'll head down to catch the end of Sloth's presentation. I turn on the shower and let it get really hot. I love it when it's hot. I close the glass door and allow the shower to steam up while I undress. It's nice to have a moment where I'm not in a rush. I drop my clothes on the floor of the bathroom and check myself out in the mirror. All I see is a silhouette of myself due to the steam. I draw a smiley face in the steam over my head's reflection. I feel good about today. I open the glass door to the shower and steam pours out. The hot water splashes on me and stings briefly while my body adjusts. I turn around and allow the hot water to splash over my back. In the steam and heat, my mind shower and dry off. I get dressed and head down to the grand ballroom. I know I'm going to impress Sloth. I walk down to the grand ballroom and brush past the reception tables. Nobody stops me, again. Apparently, this conference is laid back about the attendees. I check my handy hell watch. It's just past 5 o'clock. Sloth has just wrapped up his presentation and has begun taking questions, just like yesterday. I sneak into the back row and listen to the questions. Sloth is up on stage in his pajamas again.
Dimitri, do you know of any governments that plan to incorporate cryptocurrencies as a regular part of their nation's currency?
That is a good question, and one I cannot answer. I have been approached by representatives from many governments, but they all have been on the condition of anonymity. I will not name which countries. Next question. You, in the black shirt.
I own a small restaurant. How would you advise me to go about accepting Litcoin as payment at my restaurant?
That's great that you're willing to adopt crypto so early. If you visit one of my conference attendants, they will take your information and I will personally email you some of my ideas regarding this, as well as educating people who visit your business so they feel more comfortable.
He's only going to take a few more questions. Should I try to ask one?
Yes, you, lady with brown hair.
Have you ever considered making a deal with governments to tie the value of Litcoins to an average of currencies across nations willing to adopt?
I have. It is a very difficult thing to make any nation cooperate with new technology, let alone several of them working together. I think there is hope for that in the future, but too many nations are concerned with only their well-being currently.
I love you, Dimitri!
That is all the time we have for today. Please come back tomorrow for the culmination of our conference, as well as a catered lunch, generously donated by the Lotus Casino.
I watch Sloth walk off stage, again escorted by his security guards. I walk confidently up to him and begin talking. Hi, I'm Kosuke Arai, a huge fan of your work and speeches.
Hey, buddy, the presentation is over. Mr. Kanin is tired.
No, it's fine. I always have time to speak with someone enthusiastic about new technology. How are you? What's your name?
I'm doing really well. My name's Kosuke Arai. I have loved your presentation so far and look forward to tomorrow's.
What is your favorite part of the presentation so far? I'm a fan of that as well. Did you know I developed most of that technology myself through my own startup company?
Wow, that's really amazing, since you're so young as well.
I am young. How young do you think I am?
How old should I say he is?
That's correct. I opted not to go to college in favor of pursuing my company, Litcoin International.
That's awesome. There's risk to that, but I'm really glad it worked out for you.
Oh, thanks. That's really nice of you. Do you have any other questions you'd like me to answer?
What topic should I ask Sloth about?
We have 2 offices, one in New York and one in Russia. We're trying to open a third in Korea, but things can be slow when dealing with such things.
I imagine so. Governments can be pretty resistant to new tech.
That's too true, sadly. What about yourself? What brings you to Vegas?
What does bring me to Vegas?
I see. And you stumbled onto my conference?
Basically, I heard there was a pretty good-looking presenter here, and I had to come see for myself.
Charming. And? What do you think?
What do I think of Sloth's appearance?
That was so cheesy, but oddly endearing.
Does it win me a date tonight?
Well, I have to check in on some things regarding Litcoin International.
What should I say? I need to seal the deal. Well, that's fine. I'll come up to your room with you and see how Litcoin is run behind the scenes.
Oh, that's a relief. I'm not into elaborate dates. I get tired very easily. I believe the word people describe me as is a homebody. It is good that you like staying in as well.
I'm always willing to have quiet time alone with such a handsome guy.
You're really nice. I appreciate how genuine you are. Let's walk to my room. I need to check on auto trading, then we can see about dinner. I am as well. It is a very exciting time for my company. Our auto traders maximize profits while preventing human emotion from interfering with potential market disruptions. It's a very necessary thing as cryptocurrencies are currently volatile.
It is a great concept. I'm sure everyone appreciates your insight on it.
As I like to say, why should I work when computers can do the work for me? What is your opinion on Litcoin personally? Do you own any Litcoins? Ah, it is true you have to have expendable income to safely invest in a cryptocurrency. I applaud you for not risking everything on what could be a high-risk investment.
It takes real restraint, let me tell you.
You would be shocked at how many college-age people invest in things they cannot afford.
Oh, I don't think I'd be shocked at all. College kids invested in going to college after all, and that's just one example.
That is both sad and true at the same time. On a different topic, what are you interested in ordering for dinner? Wow, me too! Sometimes I go a whole day just eating sugar. Probably bad for me, but hey, I'm young.
We should both indulge in some sweets. I'm sure this casino has some great room service.
They do. We can order something after I check on things. Here we are, a cozy little bastion of security. I like it here. Thanks for the security detail, guys. You can all take the rest of the night off.
Yes, sir. If there's a problem, just give us a call.
We walk inside Sloth's Penthouse Suite. It's an expansive, circular-shaped room with diffused lighting everywhere. The decor is the purple and silver common throughout the rest of the casino. A massive desk with 8 giant computer monitors overlooks the window in the living room. Blankets, socks, and stray articles of clothing are strewn randomly across the room.
Excuse the mess. I wasn't expecting a visitor today. I like to be comfortable while I'm working.
No judgment here. This is a nice place.
Thank you. Would you like to order some food? I'm exhausted from my presentation and could really use some sweets.
Sweets sound great.
I'll do a repeat order from last night. Do you have anything you want me to add on specifically for you? You know, I'm actually feeling a bit too tired for a date tonight. I apologize. You'll have to leave.
Oh, okay. Was it something I said?
It doesn't matter. Just leave and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Okay. I leave Sloth's penthouse, and a feeling of lingering dread gnaws at the pit of my stomach.
Sounds good. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. This hotel has premium room service, some of the most delicious donuts I've ever tasted.
That sounds awesome. I love donuts.
Me too.
Sloth picks up his phone and presses a few buttons. After a few seconds of deftly entering information, he tosses his phone onto the couch.
The suites are on their way. Come on, I'll show you my battle station.
All right, what do you got?
This is where I set all of my auto traders for the day. At the very basic level, these bots are programmed to maximize profits by trading against numerous world currencies based on the fluctuation of currency value. So if Litcoin is worth $10 and we know the dollar is about to drop in value, the bots trade into currencies likely to rise as the dollar drops. And they do that all day.
I see. So you basically just scrape tiny profits over the course of the day constantly.
Exactly. I have to do very little actual work, and due to the amount of Litcoin I and my company hold, scraping a little profit ends up being tens, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars per day.
Crazy. You would think governments would want to be involved in something so lucrative.
They are interested, but they are interested on their own terms. They do not like companies like mine taking too many liberties or making too much money.
Sounds about right.
Excuse me. I'm pretty tired. I have low energy problems. Low blood sugar, maybe.
That's all right. I find your work, and you, fascinating.
Thanks. I'm sorry, I've just been blabbering on. You're probably really bored. Since this is a date and all, I should ask you about you too. What do you do?
Well, I went to college for art. I'm afraid it hasn't turned out too well yet.
Oh? Why's that?
A degree in art, sort of, even if you're very talented, can be very difficult to find employment with. Some famous art studios and media companies already have working relationships with good artists. It can be a hard industry to break into.
I see. That makes sense. Do you regret being an artist?
No, I enjoy it, and enjoying your work is important. I just want to work a meaningful job.
That's a good desire to have. I can't relate because I don't like working very much, but it's good for most people, I imagine.
You don't like working?
No. I wouldn't have even come to this conference if I didn't think the payoff would have been good for the future of my company.
Didn't you have to work hard to develop Litcoin tech?
Not really. I was a talented programmer from an early age. It was mostly my idea, yes, but I had help doing most of the heavy lifting.
Interesting. So, since you're a large success now, you can relax as much as you like, right?
And eat all the donuts I want.
Room service?
Ah, that is room service. If you want to let them in, I'll go get us some water.
Where would you like the food, sir?
Anywhere's fine. By the couch, I guess.
Excellent, sir. Have a wonderful night.
You too. Thanks. Well, these desserts look pretty good.
Yes!
You certainly have energy when it comes to sweets.
I haven't eaten all day. Leave me alone. But honestly, who wouldn't drool over these cream puffs?
That's true. They look...
Delicious! And these delicate little morsels over here are called macarons. Try one.
All right.
I ordered us the hotel's exquisite donuts with dipping sauces. They have caramel, chocolate, white chocolate, strawberry, and agave. I had these last night as well. So good.
They remind me of sopapillas.
Of what?
Sopapillas. They're like a Spanish pastry that you eat with different things, like honey.
That sounds awesome. I'll have to try some when I get the chance.
I recommend you do. They're pretty great.
There's so many sweets and so little time, sadly.
I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to sample the world's delicacies.
I hope so. So while we eat, let's play the question game.
What's the question game?
Well, I don't know if that's really what it's called, but you ask me a question, and then I ask you one, and we both swear to tell the truth.
And I go first?
Yes, you go first. I like this game a lot. It's how I got to know a lot of my online and long-distance friends.
All right, let's see.
I would say my brain. I don't have much energy for working out or developing other assets.
Hey, that's all good. I don't work out much either. Or at all, really.
Finally, someone who understands. What about you? What's your best trait?
My stunning good looks? Well, I'd say my talent with drawing. I'm not bragging. I'm pretty good at it.
That's really cool. I wish I was good at some sort of art.
I think anyone can be. They just have to have the right training and the right mindset.
We should draw together sometime. That would be a fun activity.
Sure. I'd need to get some art stuff. I didn't bring any with me to Vegas. Speaking of activity, what's your favorite activity to do with someone?
Sleep.
That's pretty forward.
Not like have sex. I meant like sleep and cuddle. At least I've always wanted to. I don't really have people over much.
I'm just messing with you. We can cuddle tonight if you want.
Okay, but no sex. We've only met and it, wouldn't be proper.
Proper? You're cute.
I, think it's my turn to ask a question. So, what's your favorite activity to do alone?
I guess jerk off.
What?
Hey, don't act like you don't do it.
I am not. I'm not acting. I don't say such things so openly.
You're embarrassed about talking about sex in a question game? I think you secretly enjoy it.
No, not a pervert.
Oh, I think you're a lot less innocent than you let on. Am I right?
No, I don't look at porn too often. It takes a lot of energy to...
You're so cute. We can move on to the next question. For now.
Okay. What's your next question?
What do you want to do right now? Besides me.
You're awful.
I mean, who could blame you?
Well, I suppose I'm a bit tired, so laying down and relaxing would be nice.
Yeah, and maybe getting nice and close. Kissing a little?
I wouldn't mind a small kiss, nothing major. You're very charming, and it has been a long time since I have kissed someone.
Oh? Have you really kissed someone?
Well,
Aw, would I be your first kiss?
I guess so, as shameful as that is to admit.
I look at Sloth, and he seems genuinely upset about his lack of love life experience. I feel a twinge of sympathy for him. My love life is pretty much directly opposite of his. Wild, forced, and slutty. But maybe Sloth and I could be something more? Dimitri, I would be honored to give you your first kiss. If you'd like that as well.
I would like that a lot.
Why don't we go cuddle in your bed? so we're more comfortable.
Sounds good.